Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A happy Friday to you all. Hopefully, you are wrapping up your week nicely, or perhaps getting an early start to the weekend. Regardless, hope you're having a good day today. We have got the second debut to check out today. This is very fresh, because I believe the show ended not too long ago. We're talking hours, not like weeks. But VCHA, I believe, is how you pronounce it. The latest final lineup to come out of the survival show scene. I believe this was from A2K. Is this from A2K? We'll figure it out when when we do the Kprofiles dives through the members. But of course, as is the rule with the debuts, we check out as many debuts as we can, because learning about new groups when they're fresh on the scene is always very exciting. So, if you've never been around for one of these group debuts before, I always go through the Kprofiles page to learn who the members are, especially since, if they were from a competition show, I didn't watch the show, so I won't have the prior knowledge that I reckon most people will have. So, let's figure it out real quick once. If you want to skip ahead to the MV portion, timeline below is going to be chaptered for your convenience, so you are more than free to skip ahead at your will. So, let's get started. DJ, roll the intro. Righto. 6 members. Okay. Makes my life a little bit easier. For reference, I was fresh off of doing the Fantasy Boys video, and that was 11 members. Actually, technically 12 if you include, was it Y.O.Universe? But, says point. VCHA. Yeah, VCHA. Pre-debut group under JYP from A2K. There we go. Okay, America to Korea. Which is an interesting premise for a show. Like, there's tapping into America, and then there's tapping into America in this way, so. So Lexi, Camilla, Kendall, Savannah, KG, and Kaylee. Okay. Released the pre-debut today. So let's run through it real quick. Lexi, leader, 22nd, 05. You're a leader in your late 05. Oh my goodness. Ethnically Hmong. Okay, very cool. Sheboygan. Born in Sheboygan. Oh, what a Wisco gang. Okay. For reference, I did my undergraduates in Milwaukee, which isn't too far away from Sheboygan. Also lives in Cook County. Wow. I lived in neighboring DuPage County for a good chunk of my life. Oh my goodness. At the risk of doxing myself, I live very near to there. Okay. Are we gonna get anything about their audition stories and things like that? No. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, ballet, so don't say. Camila Rebo Valdez is 10th 05 Canadian, ethnically Cuban, born in Barcelona. Very cool. Spanish, French, and Anglais. Powered by Shakira. Good inspo. Both parents are musicians. I just clocked that. Very cool. Kendall Ebeling. There's someone in Niziu who looks like her. Reminds me somewhat of Niziu. I haven't really learned Niziu yet, so that doesn't really help me at all. But Fort Worth, Texas, June 1st, 06. Okay. Half Vietnamese, half American. Okay. K-pop immersion in Korea. Interesting. Ballet for 5. Jazz theater. Okay. Lyrics. Okay. Keep her moving. Savannah College, July 26, 06. American. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Half Venezuelan. Trinidad. From Trinidad and Tobago, her dad says. Okay. Trinidad and Tobago. Role Michael is MJ. Professional gymnast for 7 years, but had to quit for injury. Interesting. Okay. KG. Here, Grace, June 17th, 07 from St. Louis, Missouri. Moved to Michigan, lived in 15, LA. Okay, guitarist, lyricist, child model, okay. Final member, Kaylee Lee. Oh, that is a tongue twister. November, oh. Wow, that hurts my soul. Okay. November 24th, 09. You are over 12 full years younger than me. Oh my goodness. Okay. I didn't think we'd run into this situation again, but we are running into this situation again. I'm gonna kind of say it up front so we get it out of the way. The elephant in the room. I have made my point and stance very clear on my views towards very young idols debuting, especially debuting through like a competition show or in a way where there's like I made a whole spiel about it back with Chiquita and Baby Monster. And, well, this is... You are 13, ma'am. Oh my god. And I think this is the exact same scenario as when Chiquita had done her original, like, introductory clip when she was still 13. I'm genuinely terrified. And, like, time is a thing that's constantly in motion at a consistent rate, so yes, the idols that debut, the more and more we progress through time, the younger they're going to get. That's just how it naturally works. But, man, I'm still terrified nonetheless. Like, I mentioned it in the Fantasy Wars video, but I'll mention it again. The K-pop industry is harsh. It is ruthless. It is savage. And debuting someone at such a young age and like putting them up against what's admittedly a brutal industry is terrifying, and I'm not the one even doing it. Like, I have no relation to her whatsoever, and yet I'm terrified. So I really hope that JYP, the other members, the staff in charge of this group, and even her parental figures or parents, as much as they can with, you know, their child being a contractual idol, I really hope that, of course, everyone, but specifically her, specifically Kaylee, gets like the care and attention that she needs for such a harsh industry like K-pop, because man, that's terrifying. Like, there's examples of, you know, maknaes, young maknaes and groups doing well and having their companies care well for them. LE SSERAFIM ZUNCHE is a great example of that. You know, she's getting solo gigs, getting attention, getting breaks when she needs to, and overall has, you know, members that care about her, staff that care about her, an entire country at this point that cares about her. And seeing instances like that where like the really young maknaes are being properly cared for, I think that's great. I just hope that that's the case with all of the young members that are debuting right now. I can't help but worry about that, you know. But let's continue. Washington, the PMW. Shout out to Pacific Northwest one time. Role models are twice. Well, you are in the right place. Started trading scene 1 week before. Okay, so you must be like a once-in-a-generational talent then. 'Cause, damn. That's cool. Naturally gifted, immensely talented. Let's find out. Over to the MV one time. Just under 3.5 minutes. I reckon this is going to be pretty clean cut. So let's see what musically this group sounds like. Again, I did not watch A2K, so this is completely new to me. I won't lie, that melodic top line was really nice. Interesting mix of vocal colors. There's some that have really nice high vocals, nice low vocals, airy, full and rich. Surprisingly minimal chorus. It's fairly open. I'm not mad at it though, kinda grooves. The brassy synths are a nice touch.
Slow it down, you don't gotta go fast. Just follow the beat of your heart. Boom, boom, bass drum with the claps. Don't forget we are who we are.
I wasn't expecting the rap verse to kind of smack me as hard as it did, but it kind of just appeared. And I mean, the beat dropped, you know, to accommodate for it, but that was a nice transition. And the little break, I'm assuming this is for the MV, but I won't lie though, like as minimal as the song might sound, the song kind of grooves. Get your high note. And then finishing it with this motif again, okay. Okay, okay. Okay, so it's not the shortest song in the world. Definitely aimed towards a streaming meta in terms of length, but that's okay. That's become the norm now, I'm fully accepting of it. Now, this is an interesting concept for a group. So, here's my question when it comes to VCHA. What market are they aiming for? Because I see they've done a Mubank stage already, which means they're going to be promoted in Korea in some way, shape, or form. But with an entire member lineup that is in some part American, and I saw the JYP America like executive producer like credit on the final credit roll. Is this going to be JYP's attempt at breaking into the American music scene? Because that is going to be an interesting strategy. Because I mean, they've tried Japan with Niziu. Admittedly, I don't know how commercially successful Niziu are in Japan because I don't really follow Japanese numbers and things like that. But if this is JYP's attempt at going stateside, I do wonder how they're going to do musically. Because if I don't, admittedly, I'm not very well versed in the American pop scene at the moment, but I don't know how they would sound in the American scene. Like going with like off the rip, I'm gonna say this musically, this song has no problems for me. It's a very simple song in terms of the composition. There isn't a whole lot of moving parts in it. It's a very predictable song, apart from the cinematic break you get in the middle. But it's a predictable song, it's easy to follow. That rap verse did smack me in the face a little bit, but if you know your pop music structure, you can expect that to happen. The range in vocals is actually quite impressive, not just in like the actual scale, but in tone and color as well. There were certain moments where you got that really nice twinkling high note. I think a few of those were KG, I feel like. And then you had like the nice low vocal moments, like pre-choruses, and you get a nice wide range, which in a pop group like this is always very good fun, because you can cover a lot of different music and a lot of different styles just by having a vocal range that is very extensive. I don't know what type of style they're gonna go for. Again, the thing with project groups and their initial debut track is there's going to be certain parts here and there that are going to be ironed out for future releases. And ultimately, I have no problems with that. In fact, I welcome groups who try something on their debut, and if it doesn't work, or if they will need to tweak some things around for their next debut, and they pull it off, fine by me. That's great. We love to see improvement here. I don't really know what sound direction they want to go. Do they want to go more Korean, or do they want to go more American? Because in terms of sound, Western pop and Korean pop are very distinctly different sounds. And this kind of teeters that line between does it want to be American or does it want to be Korean? And that's interesting. And I'd be curious to see what they do in terms of like follow-up promotions or even the promotional cycle for this in general. I'm very curious to see what JYP does with this group. All the like anxiety and the insecurities and the fears I may have about the group and the members and things like that, musically, I'm actually quite impressed. I think every member really had a chance to showcase kind of like their unique charm, whether it's, vocally or in the dance or in stage presence, things like that. And I think that's great. It's a debut track of a project group formed of contestants from a show. People like me who didn't watch the show can kind of appreciate the individual talents that the members have. People who did follow the show can even kind of go and see what like the primed and polished version of what all the contestants and the final product of this final group would be like. And I think that's great. At the end of the day, it's a brand new group with artists fresh to the scene that have debuted. That's always exciting, and that's why we spend time on the debutantes throughout the weeks, throughout the months, and throughout the year. Is because this has been a long, long road. It doesn't matter if they went through a show or if they went through the typical training process. Debuting is a long and arduous task to do. And the fact that they made it, they cleared that final hurdle, that's always exciting, and that itself deserves to be praised. And I didn't follow the show, so I don't know if there's like a surprise member in this lineup or what their improvements were like. All I can say based off of this one song is that it's a very chill groove, well, chill as in like not slow and vibey, but not too in your face bop. With some really nice vocal moments here and there spread out. It's a very well balanced song. I would like to see a little bit more involved instrumental track later down the road, but that's just one person's opinion. At the end of the day, I enjoyed it. Hopefully you did as well, but that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. One last request from me today, let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness to may brighten up someone else's day today. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be a tough spot in your life for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.